Greetings and welcome. My name is Beaumont, and this is Vibrational Guidance Over Truth, a sacred space where we honor the messages that speak not just to the mind, but to the soul. Here we allow the vibes, the sensations, and the subtle whispers within the body, like the chills across the skin and the flutter in the heart and the goosebumps on the back of your neck, to help us confirm alignment with or reveal what is not in alignment in each of these messages. These messages are going to be drawn through the colors, images, numbers, and symbolic guidance of the cards. This is not a traditional tarot and oracle channel, and I am not an astrologer, nor do I present these readings as fixed truths. Instead, I invite you to journey with me and use your intuition muscles through the presented themed weekly readings where the decks we use change each week. The intention here is simple. If your ancestors, your spiritual team, or the divine truth has been trying to reach you, and if those messages have not yet come clearly to you through people, signs, or life experiences, may this be the space where you tune in and hear what is meant for you. These readings are for entertainment purposes only, though you can use them for spiritual reflection. Always take what resonates, leave what does not. If you would like to support the flow of the work on this channel, you can find links to the Amazon wishlist and my business Cash App account in the description box below. Your support helps keep this space rich with new decks and materials that honor the evolving themes for the weeks. This channel is the result of me choosing to be in alignment to serve the collective in a way that is soft, sacred, and vibrationally honest with where spirit has my energy right now. I am honored to walk this journey with you. This space is rooted in love, not performance, not prediction, and not perfection. Love is the frequency that guides each message, and love is what has brought you here. So welcome home. All right, so I'm so excited to tune into this meeting with you and spirit. It was just 2:02 on the timer for the clock. So let's get started. The link to inform you of what decks we're using this week with our water, ocean, sea theme are in the description box below. And we're going to start with the Oceanic Tarot. Again, any cards that I have pulled in the previous reading are not reinserted into the deck so that we can truly allow spirit to speak to the collective in the new communities or perspectives that they would like to relay. Okay, here we go. Spirit guides, what messages would you like to relay to the collective right now? What messages, thank you, would you like to relay to the collective? Spirit guides, thank you. What messages would you like to relay to the collective? Thank you so much. What messages would you like to relay to the collective? All right. So they are talking, and I'm excited to share with you all what they've said. And we're going to start not with this direction like we normally do. We're actually going to start this time on the right. All right. So we have on the right the High Priest, wisdom. And if you've heard a few of my other videos, I don't like using the word wisdom and freedom. No one is wise and dumb or free and dumb. So I say wise dominion instead. But being in wise dominion, and there's a masculine on this card, and he has his hands out stretched, and there is a staff in his hand and dolphins in the background. Next, we have in the reverse, manifestation, the magician. So potentially someone's ability to feel like a manifester is in the reverse, okay? Then we have here in the upright, the Ace of Wands, growth. Awesome. Beside that, we have the Hanged Man being in limbo. And then here, our furthest to the left, facing the future, we have the Queen of Cups, sensitivity. Above that, facing the front, is also Seven of Swords, loss. And then this is interesting. I'm going to go from the bottom up. I believe this was the first card out, the Angel of the Ocean, healing card. Right on top of that one was the Two of Cups, partnership card. And then we have clearly in the reverse, the Four of Cups, boredom card. All right, I definitely think when we sit with these messages, and it's like we have 4 chapters in a life here that Spirit is speaking to us through. All right, Spirit, what would you like? And again, use your own interpretation. There can be multiple interpretations of these cards. But noticing first the angel of the ocean healing. So someone is potentially coming out of or entering into a season of healing. And this healing might be taking place as a result of a partnership you have with yourself, your character, your personality, or a partnership you have with a place, work, or home, or a partnership you have with another person. But as it pertains to filling up cups and working together, there needs to be healing around a partnership. Okay. Not only is someone seeing this in their recent past, or this is where they are currently, but boredom is in the reverse. You're not bored at all with the idea. Again, if this was in the upright, that would mean that you are bored. But since it's in the reverse, clearly healing this partnership is not something that is tiring to you. And that's a good thing. That means you've got the energy and the mindset and the oomph to go out there and manifest what you need to manifest in terms of healing for this partnership. This is a great place. Moving towards the future, however, as a result of this healing, it looks like into the future, as this card showed up, that there is going to be some loss. So maybe this partnership you're going to discover in the long run, and it was just 6:36 on the clock. So maybe look that up, and maybe loss will show up somehow in the spiritual meaning of that for you, whatever message the divines have. But loss is potentially in the future with this 7 of Swords and the shark in the background, which is a symbol of using your instincts. You probably already know that what you need to do is prepare to heal as a result of not being tired of working on this relationship with yourself and how you view yourself, and let go of those old identities, or being ready for letting go of this partnership that you weren't tired of working on, but it's not going to be there in the future for you. And what it's also coming in and letting us know what this Queen of Cups sensitivity is, you're going to be in a sensitive period, and you might need to set up some boundaries. You might need to communicate to those around you, hey, this is a sensitive time for me because I have chosen to let go of, to let this loss naturally occur that needed to as a result of me healing. I had the energy to work on this partnership, whether it be with myself or my business or my home. But though I wasn't bored working on it, I still had to let it go. That's what came through as in alignment with my healing. And I'm in a sensitive space right now due to a lack of this partnership. Where does this lead you into? Spirit is saying you're going to be in limbo then. Times of having hope, times of feeling a lack of hope. But being in limbo presents you in this place with the Ace of Wands to grow. And as a result of you being comfortable being in limbo, and while you're in limbo, growing through this loss, growing through this sensitive period, though you might feel like a manifester in the reverse, like you don't have your partner to manifest with this Magician card being in the reverse, this is a false sense of reality. This lack of manifestation is not true, because on the other side of it, you have the High Priest, which is your wise dominion. Why you are a manifester is because what you might be manifesting might not be material. Like we have the pentacle here on this table, and the sword and the wand. This is not a material manifestation. What this is a spiritual wise dominion. This is spiritual healing. This is spiritual growth. And I think it's so interesting that what we have here in alignment with the color of the cards, in terms of the green hues, they tell a story as well. So if I pair these green cards, you can see here, as a result of choosing to heal with the angel of the ocean, it puts you in a state of limbo. Where am I? And as a result of being comfortable with this limbo state, you grow in that discomfort, and that leads you to having your wise dominion. So there's an alignment of these green cards here. Then if we examine the alignment of our blue hue cards, again, there is some type of partnership with self, with personality, with environment, that you are not bored. You are intrigued. You are invested in being in and staying with this partnership. However, there is loss guaranteed with this partnership. And sometimes the channel is going to be a rip that band-aid off type of truth, not going to sugarcoat it, because that's what spirit wants to relay. But stay sensitive. Know that the fact that you're going through this loss is something that you need to respect, and spirit wants you to adhere to that. So now let's go to the oceanic spirit coming out of using the oceanic tarot. Let's see what the divines want to say in terms of how we can harness the power of wise dominion in this journey, because it might not be comfortable. Spirit guides, what is the wise truth, thank you, that you have for the collective? Thank you, as it pertains to this energy that has come out in the reading. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, specific truths and specific areas. Let's start right here where I remember seeing cards come out first. So right on top of limbo and growth, we have nourish yourself. So while you're in this place of limbo, spirit wants you, with the 27 wellness card, spirit wants you to nourish yourself while you're in this place of wellness, okay? Be in limbo, but take care of yourself. We also have the 41 card, trust, sail through life. So trust that while you're in limbo, you are growing. Trust this new phase, or this phase that you are currently in, or this phase that you are about to enter, depending on where you are in life. And then we have the 22 card right here, follow your inspiration. So you have been inspired to come to this place. Yes, you feel like you're in limbo. Nourish yourself. Know that what has brought you here is inspiration, this change, this loss that you know it was time for, and you're going to grow as a result of it and continue to sail through life moving forward. Very clear confirmation spirit has provided for someone here. On top of loss, we have here moving forward is silence. The 29 card, listen for moments of stillness. So once this loss occurs, stand still. Be silent. It's not a time to let everyone know. You don't have to start texting and calling family members. Hey, I just left this job. I just got out of this relationship. Hey, I made this discovery with myself. This is an individual journey. A spirit is confirming it here. And again, look at that blue on blue confirmation here, that it's for you to be silent when you go through this loss. Again, if you need a paid professional, you can. I also think it's so fitting that we have a touch of green in this stone here when it comes to limbo. So again, you might be in limbo, but take care of yourself, nourish yourself, don't let yourself go drop in hygiene because of this loss. Stay on top of working on yourself. All right. And then here, specifically on top of the partnership card in the reverse, oh my goodness. In the reverse, we have love, the 52 card. It says, live from the heart. And if you've been watching a few of my videos, you know I don't like using the word live. I prefer to replace it with life. So do life from the heart. That's in the reverse, right on top of partnership. So clearly spirit is reaching out to someone and letting a particular person or people in the collective know there's a partnership you have with a personality trait, with yourself, with a business, with a place of employment, with a friend, with a family member, with a romantic partner, platonic relationship, whatever it may be, a situationship. That partnership, though you're not bored of it, it is coming to an end. That love is in the reverse. What you need to do is do life from the heart, irregardless of the loss and the sensitivity you're going to feel around this. So thank you so much for tuning into this message. I think Spirit was straight to the point with what they needed someone to hear. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. Remember, this is your journey for healing. It leads you to being more wise. This is not a time for thinking about your pinnacles. This is not a time for thinking at all about speaking. This is a time for your reflection, your sensitivity with yourself, your growth, and you sailing through life, taking care of yourself and following your inspiration. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your sun cycle.